Hello, friends. Well, trying to go live here. Okay, that looks like we've got it. This video today is about the Real ID. And I read today that you need to get another kind of identification called Real ID. And if you don't have it, you can't fly on airplanes. Well, I don't have it. I have a California driver's license issued by the state of California, and that's not good enough. So to me, I see this as a violation of our Fourth Amendment right, which is to cross state lines without additional paperwork. I had to go through the process. I'll just hold my driver's license up here. I don't think I'm going to show any details. Oh no. There's some of my license there. It's not phony. This is real. It's also a crime to have fake ID. It says federal limits apply. This is such shit. And as a politician, we live in a time of tremendous safety and security with encryption. They know who we are. They know where we live. Quit playing games with us. There should be one ID, United States of American identification. It's your social security card. It's got a computer chip in there. And that is also your national identification. This is really unfair to put this additional burden. Like, I don't have my birth certificate. It was my mother had it. She's dead. So I just had to go through some service and pay them $50. It's not clear if I'm getting my certified. They're going to send me a copy, but is that going to be good enough? DMV might say, no, you could have faked this. We need a certified copy. Like, this process isn't clear. It's completely convoluted. It's totally unnecessary. Like, if you go on Facebook or some social media and you say, I'm going to do a destructive act to this federal building, within days, federal agencies will be at your home. They'll know everything fucking about you. So they already know who we are. So just give us our fucking ID. Quit putting an additional layer of red tape on the shoulders of Americans who are just trying to get by. It's insanity. Now that you're making me go through all these hoops, I'm gonna go buy a gun. I wanted to go get a gun earlier just for plinking. I live in the desert, 60 miles. Like, my nearest neighbor is 10 miles. You're allowed to shoot where I live. I'm gonna get a small 22 long for plinking because that's totally fun, and also for protection. I'm gonna put up a gate and roadblocks so nobody can come driving down my road anymore. I'm going to have signs that say private property, no trespassing, armed civilian, law enforcement, please honk your horn. I'm buying a bullhorn so I can make, hello, police officers. I'm going to talk to them at a 1,000-foot distance. I'm tired of these fucking games. I'm tired of being harassed. Like, my life is not going as well as it could be because I'm being hurt and abused by different government agencies. If you don't know this and you don't know anything about me, I'm a politician. I ran for president 3 times. I'm currently running for governor of California. I have been swatted 66 fucking times. 66. That's more than 50. That's less than 70. Riverside Sheriff Office came to my fucking home. It takes them an hour and 10 minutes just to fucking get here because they're 65 miles away. I told them when I moved here I'm being harassed. You don't have to come here. Just call me. Nothing is going on except some stupid motherfuckers are committing a federal offense by making false police reports to get me swatted. It just makes me so angry. Like, the federal fucking government, they track all these international terrorists. They know who everybody is. But no, they can't find some swatters. 5 people have been arrested, and they're looking for 2 more. Our government agency has this super elaborate dragnet called Echelon. The NSA captures all electrical intelligence for the whole world. Nothing slips past their surveillance, their dragnet. You can't have an electronic conversation, radio signals, without the NSA capturing it. We've got land-based capture, we've got satellite-based capture, all electrical communication, signals intelligence is being recorded. So now, like, let's say a terrorist is saying, yeah, let's do something dangerous in an hour. Well, they might not catch it because it takes them 2 hours to get to it. So that, hey, let's do something dangerous in an hour, that's been recorded. Then it goes on a hard drive. And then based on availability of the computer systems will process that signal's intelligence. And then if it is deemed dangerous, they'll flag it for a human to review it. So hypothetically, I don't know the latency, how long it takes to process the information, but you got to imagine from a systems engineering standpoint, there's petabytes of live data at every moment. Guys like me doing live streams, terrorists doing live streams, and they can't digest all this digital data simultaneously. I'm sure we're doing a great job. Hey, Callie Tate, good to see you. I'm sure they're doing a great job, but I can only imagine that there's some latency on it. I remember reading some job reports that the NSA was trying to hire programmers like me to build software to sift through the information because they're sitting on mountains of it and it hasn't been processed. Everything I just said, they know where I live, they know who I am, they know that I'm not a fake person. So to require me to have a fucking real ID is bullshit. It's a fucking super unnecessary burden. Then they say, well, you can go to the state of California Health Records website and there's a way to get your form, but they don't do it online. You got to print it out on fucking paper. Then you got to mail it in there. They want a certified, notarized copy that I'm requesting it. Like, the mental gymnastics required just to get your fucking ID, it's not necessary. But no. If I was some immigrant and I just walked across the border 2 hours ago, they'll fucking give me all the IDs I need. No birth certificate required. Welcome aboard, amigo. I hate what America has turned into. I hate our fucking leadership. I hate these motherfuckers. They're sabotaging it. They're fucking everybody. Joseph Stalin's USSR had it better than we have it. We're so fucked. got facial recognition. Like, there's no need for this bullshit. And then to make sure we have real ID, but you don't need real ID for fucking voting? I can't get on an airplane, but I can go vote without ID. How the fuck is that even realistic? That's insanity. That just makes no fucking sense. I'm tired of this clown world. What am I going to do about it? Well, I'm running for governor. I'm going to divorce California from this fucked up thing called America. I'm so sick of this shit. And if you're not angry, then you've got your head up the government's ass. Everybody should be furious. The burden they put on our shoulders for being born in America is bullshit. We have to shoulder all the weight of identifying our true identity. When immigrants come here, 2 minutes later, they're given fucking free money, free housing, $5,000 debit cards to buy shit. Like they're welcomed, like they're some billionaires, like they're rich. But no, the people who were born here get treated like shit. Oh, it's fucking insanity. I just need to rant. I just need to rant about my frustration. What am I going to do about it? Nothing other than try to run for governor and break away from this corruption. We're not America anymore. We don't follow our own goddamn laws. If you're a nation that doesn't follow its own laws, then you're in a state of anarchy. We're in a state of anarchy. Nearly all of Congress and the Senate have sworn allegiance to Israel. That's insanity. I'm a Jew, by the way. I'm a converted Jew, but I'm still a Jew. I don't have Christian friends anymore. My Christian friends are mad at me. And my Jewish friends that told me to convert, well, they accept me, but other Jews don't accept me. So now I'm like in this religious limbo zone. Whatever. I got a feeling it's going to get worse before it gets better. Donald Trump and the fucking tariffs with China. Like I asked Grok, what are America's biggest exports excluding weapons? China can't buy our weapons because they're communist. Okay, so let me read you what our number one exports are. Basically, China doesn't buy our stuff. We need their cheap shit. And Trump just sabotaged us from getting cheap stuff from China. I used to be a mechanic, and I had a bunch of Snap-on tools, which are made in America. And they're great tools at 5 times the average price. This illustration, this is a can opener. Probably made in China. Probably $1. If Snap-on made this, $25. That's how stupid Snap-on is. I don't need a lifetime guarantee. I just need the thing to work twice a year when I pick it up. All right. The United States is a major player in global trade and beyond defense-related exports like weapons. Its biggest exports by value are diverse, spanning energy, agriculture, technology, and more. Based on the latest trade data, here's a rundown of the top non-weapon exports. Refined petroleum products, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. The U.S. is one of the largest exporters of refined oil products, with ports like Houston, New Orleans, shipping out billions of dollars worth annually. Crude oil. Thanks to the shale boom, the U.S. has become the leading crude oil exporter. Leading. Not Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, or Iran. America. I think America has the world's largest oil reserves. Saudi number 2, Venezuela 3, and Iran 4. Those are the top 4. I might have got the order incorrect, but I think I bet $1 I was right. We're number 3. We're natural gas. We export 56 billion. Agriculture, soybeans, 27 billion. Corn, 18 billion. Feeding livestock and industries globally. Wheat, worth 9 billion, which feeds markets in Asia, Latin America, and Africa. Civilian aircraft and parts, Boeing and other manufacturers drive this sector. 77 billion in airplanes. Chemicals, plastics, fertilizer, petrochemicals, the chemical industry, including organic and inorganic compounds, brought in about 60 billion. Motor vehicles and parts, cars, trucks, and auto parts from brands like Ford and GM total 55 billion. Computers and electronics. This includes semiconductors, telecom equipment, and consumer electronics. 45 billion. China doesn't need any of our shit. They can make all their stuff. But now, like, I'm going to show you this thing I just bought from Harbor Freight. Hold on. Okay, so this is called a breaker bar. It's just for leverage. This costs $18 at Harbor Freight. And with my snap-on tape measure, let me see how long it is. 19 inches. Let's see how much a snap-on 19-inch breaker bar is. 19-inch. $109. Yeah, so 5 times fucking more. So $18 versus $109. Yeah. eBay. 18-inch long handle chrome breaker bar. That's exactly what this is. So it's almost 6 times more. 109 plus shipping. So so why is this important? Well, the cost of automotive repair or any type of trade where tools are involved, when the mechanics and the trades craftsmen have to provide service to you, the consumer, they're going to have to charge you a lot more because the tools cost more. They got to cover the cost of the tools. And you know what? I don't need this fucking thing to be shiny. I don't need it to be smooth and polished. It's nice, but I just need it not to bend. You know, it doesn't have to be chrome unless it makes it stronger. I just need something that fucking works. And I can do the job for $18 with with shit from China. Anyways, Trump just sabotaged that. Now at $150, so now that $18 is going to be half of 18 is $4. Well, it's about $9 on top of that. So now we're at like $30. It's just Trump is putting a stick in our spokes. Trump's not putting a stick in their spokes. He's putting a stick in our folks. He's fucked us. I ran for president, so I didn't vote for Trump. And if I wasn't running for president, I would have voted for Jill Stein. Or the Indian who invented email. Most likely Jill Stein is who I would have voted for. There's just no fix for this. There is literally no fix for this. Trump is basically gone to war against the fucking middle class and the poor. Look at Trump's lifestyle. Luxury golfing. He could fly on a small private jet, but no, he's got to have the biggest dick in the air. He's got to drive an airplane that seats 200 people, but there's only 10 people in it. Like, Trump is just a spoiled rich person bringing benefits to other spoiled rich people, but he doesn't give a fuck about the middle class. He doesn't give a fuck about the poor. Now he's allowing immigrants to keep hotel jobs and jobs picking strawberries. Those are allowed. But don't you immigrants dare venture beyond menial labor. He's not going to allow you to stay. But if you're willing to do the shittiest jobs, cleaning hotels and picking strawberries, if you're willing to do those jobs, he won't deport you. That's kind of like, it's wrong on so many levels. I want to say it's racist because you're judging somebody based on their immigration status. It's classist. Oh, you're just an immigrant. You can't be an astronaut. You can't be an engineer or a doctor. We're only going to let you be here if you pick strawberries or clean toilets. But if you've got a PhD or a master's, well, then you need to go through the traditional process of getting a green card, H-1B visa. You can't sneak across the border and start being a doctor. No. You can pick strawberries, though. Yeah, oh, you're a doctor. Well, I recognize you got credentials, but we're only accepting immigrants to pick strawberries and clean toilets. You want to do that job, or you want to go back to your nation and be a doctor? Like, the amount of discrimination, it's what do you call it when you discriminate? Nationality discrimination. He's discriminating based on your status as a citizen or an alien. But to say that you can't do something other than pick strawberries or clean toilets, I'm actually speechless. I'm out of words. I don't know. It's definitely discrimination. I just don't know how to describe it other than what I just tried. I'm going to politically incorrect. I'm going to see what the top news of the day is. I've also got tariff fatigue. Like, I thought the original thing with the tariff was to get everybody to drop their tariff to zero, then our tariffs would be zero, and then that we were going to pay the new way for international trade without tariffs, which probably is a step in the direction of the New World Order. Right now, the New World Order is flexing its power through international trade agreements. Well, the helicopter that crashed in New York City with the Siemens people, I don't think there's anything malicious. The helicopter pilot was an error. His last transmission was he was flying back to the base to get more fuel. Why aren't you taking off with a full tank? Yeah, there's probably enough to get back. Like, what was going through his mind? Oh, it says half. It says 1/4 tank. He's like, we'll be up for a few hours. There's a strong eastward wind at 10 miles an hour. Yeah, we should make it. We should make it. Like if you're cutting it that close, don't go up in the helicopter. But he went up in the helicopter. They're they're not allowing anti-Semitic people to come to America on vacation. So they're monitoring people's anti-Semitism globally. So our tax dollars are spent being monitoring global anti-Semitism. How does that benefit Americans? It doesn't. Jews, I'm a Jew. Jews are not an underclass. We're the privileged class. We're the class that manages the whole world. So the Jews are not weak, they're the strongest. If anybody should be protected, it's Christians. Christians need to be the protected class against who? Terrorists? No. Jews. Because the Jews are making all these laws protecting themselves. It'd be like Joseph Stalin saying, well, we got to pass a new anti-Stalin law because, I'm just a weak leader. Any one of you could come do something nasty to me at any moment just because you're unhappy with me. So we got to pass some laws protecting the leadership here. Crazy, right? Just totally fucking nuts. And we've got this woman in charge of Homeland Security, the woman who killed her dog. I don't know. The clown show has me cracking at the seams today. If I was a water reservoir, there's cracks and water is gushing out everywhere. I just don't know what to think anymore. Trump gives Iran a 2-month deadline. Okay. Well, at least that's good. China imposed more tariffs on us. Oh, I should ask Grok. How much does China buy from America every year? That's a good question to ask Grok. This is my tripod. Some chicken bouillon and a can of peanut butter. Sorry. We're going to ask Grok. How many billion does China buy from America every year? China imports 143 million. What do they buy? Question mark. Callie, why did you change your name to Quinn? Oil seeds and grains, soybeans, corn and wheat, 13 billion. Oh, hold on. I'm just going to show you. Fuels, 14 billion. Electric machinery, 15 billion. Aircraft parts, medical products, chemicals, integrated circuits. I'm almost out of things to say here, so we'll be wrapping this up soon. Yosemite scientists now forced to clean bathrooms. Every year-round Yosemite scientists must pick up at least one bathroom cleanup shift. Well, I mean, if that's part of the employment agreement, that's the price you got to pay to be a scientist in a beautiful location. You know, those scientists, they're doing really important work. Like, what do you do in the day, Stanley? Well, I'm hiking up the trail to get a water sample. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm going up this other trail to get a water sample. And then if I make it back to the base on time, probably won't. I'll analyze it. You know, that takes a few days to look at it under the microscope, and then I'll write a report. And what are they really doing up there? They're just coasting. Taking samples of bear shit. Find some bear shit today? Oh, yeah. Got 3 pounds of it. How'd you do? Oh, I got 6 pounds. 6 pounds? How did you get so much bear shit? Oh, you just got to know that the trade craft here. You got to know where they go. Damn. Will you teach me how to find bear shit? Imagine what these scientists are really doing up there. The answer is nothing. That's why they got them cleaning bathrooms now. I have nothing else to say. People now commonly know me as Quinn. Oh, good. Good with the name change. Why don't you just use your real name? Oh. Yeah, CSNBC says 73% of Americans are financially stressed. 2/3 say tariff concerns are a source. Yeah. Yeah. Silver is at $33 an ounce, and gold OZ price, gold spot price. Let's see what that is. I'm gonna say 4,100. No, looks like it's 3,200 ish. Hold on, we're guessing. I haven't got the right answer yet. I thought gold had just hit 4,000. Oh, only 3,200. So that's actually not so bad. So it was 2,000 a year ago, and it went up 1,000. That's a 50% increase. That means your money went down 50%. Ugly. All right, friends. Do I have anything? Oh, let me try to squeeze out more time here. Let's go to TechCrunch and see what's happening. Oh, the most interesting startup showcased at Google Cloud next. Oh, well, this should be neat to see what got funding. I really like the world of startups because it's the best and brightest ideas. Sadly, TechCrunch has performance problems, so the website's not loading. It's been like this for 10 years. I have nothing else to say. If you're not on my Twitter, it's Governor Gov Lambright, GovLambright. You can go to lambright.com, LAMBRIGHT.com, to read about my campaign promises as governor of California. or if I'm elected to be appointed to be the U.S. ambassador to Iran, I've written down what I'm trying to accomplish. It's pretty rare for politicians to put in writing what they're trying to do. That's it. All right. Have a good day. Bye bye.